Hello, this is Terry Brooks with T. Brooks Web Design doing a website analysis of Anthony's Glass Service website. As I discussed on the phone with you, it's actually a decent looking website. It's mobile friendly, it's fully responsive, which is important because most people are on their phones when they go online. As far as, like I said, the way the website looks, couple of things. Looks like this site has not been updated since probably the middle of 2018 because you've got this sale that's only good until October 1st of 2018. So, that kind of needs to be changed. We've got, we have we have some links here. And if you go down to the bottom, you can see when I hover over the links, you can see down here the address that it goes to. So the Facebook link does work. Google Plus, even though there's a link there, Google Plus has not existed for a year. They did away with Google Plus, so that doesn't exist. And Twitter, apparently you don't have a Twitter account at all, so that link should not be there at all. It's just going to take you back. If you click on it, it just takes you back to the home page. So going down here, I see you have a little bit of text. You don't really have a lot of text on here, but I'll come back to that. I wanted to look at the coding behind your website to see if it's a template or not, and I see that it's not a template. It's somewhere between a template and a hand-coded site, but it's not a true template, which is actually good because template sites typically don't rank well. There are a couple of things I see that could be an issue, but not a major issue. The page title should be much shorter because if you look and you see search results on Google, you'll see that those page titles, which is here, Google only shows a certain number of characters. I think it's like 80 characters or something like that, 60 characters. So if you're making those page titles really long, Google's only going to really see like maybe this much of it. So it really should be a little bit shorter. But again, it's not really going to hurt anything. It's just kind of a waste of valuable keywords. Don't know what that means. The description, full line of residential. There are a couple of things I would change with this description. I mean, it does show the company name. It shows your area. I would change a couple of the keywords and the sentence structure because the keywords need to be as close to the front of the description as possible. Again, not a major thing, but it's everything that you do together kind of adds up and does make a difference. Looking at the rest of the coding, I do see that a lot of your images do not have alt tags. And what an alt tag is, since Google cannot see what an image represents, Google cannot read images, you have to tell Google what the image is, and that helps with your search ranking. So we have this image here for your logo. There's no alt tag at all. However, the 24-hour service image does have an alt tag, 24-hour glass repair. So that's good. But it looks like none of your other images on here have alt tags at all. So, like these should all have alt tags, commercial glass, custom shower doors, because that's just an SEO, that's something that can actually help your search ranking. And not having that is, it's just one more thing that's going to make your website rank a little bit lower. Again, all these, here you have alt Anthony's Glass on Twitter. Well, you're not on Twitter, so I don't know, that doesn't, and yeah, it's an empty link there. So instead of making an empty link, they should have just removed the Twitter link altogether. So going back to the wording on your home page, there's really hardly any wording on here. It's not nearly enough for search engines. But something that's strange here, it says go to our profile. So here's the company profile. So why is that not on the home page? And I'll tell you why it's not on the home page, because this kind of is even though it doesn't look like a template, it kind of is a template site because I believe they just were not able to fit this underneath here without it maybe wrapping around the map. So it looks like it's just something they just didn't know how to do. But that company profile, that should all be on the home page. So there's no reason why you should have a separate page for the company profile. Same thing with, well, same thing with our warranty. Again, why do you have one page for just one sentence? This page is not going to rank at all. So that warranty paragraph should be on the home page because, again, it's a short paragraph. It's taking up useless space. So another issue I see, again, you've got a page just for news for your grand opening in October of 2018. Again, take that page out because it's old. Your pictures, and I don't know if these are your photos or if they're stock photos, but you only have a couple of photos, which is okay, but it looks like you're supposed to be able to, like when you hover over them, they turn blue, but you click on them. Oh, interesting. You click and the other one turns blue. Well, but you're supposed to be able to open it to see a larger version, and that's not happening. So that page is kind of useless. I mean, unless you have your own pictures and you can enlarge them, it's a useless page. So then you've got several contact pages, which again, it's a waste. Okay, so you've got this page, it shows service area. Well, it's not really, okay, so it's service area, but it shows this list of cities underneath, but the list of cities does nothing unless these are links that go to landing pages for those specific cities. So having a list of cities that you serve on your website, Google ignores them. That's something that worked 20 years ago. But Google search engines did away with that functionality many, many years ago because of abuse of the system. Everybody wants to rank in every city that they provide services in, but you can't. So just having a list there is useless. And you've got this map here, which is nice, but then you also have, on the contact page, you have the map again. And then you have this email form. But wait, you have yet another page, Autoglass quote, with another email form, which is goes into a little bit more detail. But again, it's not really helpful for the potential customer, because either way, whether they give you their make and model number or they just give their general information, you still have to call them back anyway. So again, it's a duplication of effort. And then you have another page for agent claim submission forms. I would imagine that I don't think any insurance agents have ever used this page or used this form. I don't know if they have. I'm thinking that they might not. So this might be a page you want to keep. It might not be. So yeah, you've got all these pages with basically the same information. So that's kind of duplication of effort there. So your frequently asked questions, which, by the way, for some reason, I believe this page several of the pages on here are not even being picked up by Google. They're not even in Google's database. This one, I believe, is not in the database because most of the content is plagiarized. So, and I found the website that a lot of this information comes from. So you've got, how do I know if I have glass coverage? Well, in most cases it will not, but we recommend that you check with your insurance you can have your mobile service come to you wherever you are. Well, all this information is on a company called City Auto Glass. I don't know where they're located. Oh, they're in Minnesota, Wisconsin, Iowa. So it's pretty much the same questions with exactly the same wording. In most cases it will not, but we recommend that you check with your insurance agency. Here we go. In most cases, we recommend you check with, do I have to come to you? You can have our mobile service come to you wherever you are. And then these 3 points, again, same information word for word. Very often the work can be done the same day. We have most auto glass parts available. again, same exact wording. And then this last one, why do insulated or thermal glass units fog up? All insulated units will eventually fail, blah, blah, blah. This wording for this question comes from Mirror and Glass in, was it NZ? That's in, what the heck is that? That's in New Zealand. So, which tells me, like I said, that this website, the building of this website was outsourced and was most likely done by an overseas company that charged very, very little to the company that charged you. So again, you've got this middleman that is probably, had to pay maybe, I don't know, maybe a couple $100 to build this website, to have this website built overseas, and then they turned around, they charged you a lot more, and they just kind of pocketed the difference. So again, this part of the this part of the frequently asked question is just word for word a total plagiarism of this this New Zealand company. So why do the same exact wording? I mean, word for word. So Google's looking at this page and saying, hey, this is plagiarized content, and it's triggering their duplicate content filter, which means that that's probably why this page is not getting added to their search database. And it can also result in your website being dropped lower in rankings because you're basically being penalized for this duplicate content. So that's a problem. So also, okay, so your page loading speed, the loading speed of your home page is 77 out of 100 on a mobile device, which is not bad. You're kind of in the middle range. I like to see at least like 85 out of 100. This is a little bit slow loading, and you probably won't even notice that on a mobile device unless you have a slow mobile plan. But page load speed does affect search ranking. It's actually a major ranking signal. So the faster your website loads, all other things being equal, the better that your website's going to rank in search engines. And the slower it is, the lower that you're going to rank. So this is a low number. It tells you what the reasons are. You do have a lot going on the home page, although not a lot of text. So you have some elements of your website that are part of the template that probably can't be removed. So that's what's causing this bottleneck here. And there's really probably not much that they can do to make this go any faster, because it's just there are elements that are inherent to that website template. Looking at your domain name, I'm not able to see who owns the domain name. However, being that the registrant is the person who owns the domain name, the registrant is in Michigan, and you said that the company that you pay is in Michigan, I would almost guarantee that they are the legal owner of your domain name, which is very, very, very bad. anthonysglass.net. You, as the business owner, should always own your domain name. Whenever you give that, it's like taking your car to get new tires, and the mechanic says, okay, I can install your tires, but you need to sign the title of your car over to me. But don't worry, I'll give you back the title later on. Well, this company is under no legal obligation to give this domain name back to you when you stop working to them. They legally own it. There is not a thing you can do. So this is really, really bad. I always question the integrity maybe of companies that tell you that they have to hold on to your domain name in order to build you a website, because they do not. And often it's a tactic to keep you stuck with them. It's really just it's just not a good thing for a web designer to do. So if you are not the legal registrant, again, there's no way of really knowing. A lot of it is just, it's not showing here. You need to get that domain name back from them. So looking at other listings that you have online besides your website, you you need to have a lot of, not a lot, but at least a good number of other listings for something called backlinks. Backlinks are just links that come from other websites to go to your website. And backlinks, that's a major search ranking factor. So the more links that you have coming from high ranking, reputable sites, the better it is for the ranking of your website. So you don't really have many. You're on Facebook, you're on Porch, you're on Yelp. This 1-star rating, that's really definitely going to hurt you, because people look at the stars and all they see is 1 star. They're going to read it and they're going to say, oh my God, this person was not happy with their service. So you really want to try to get more. You can't remove ratings on any of these sites, but you can try to get your customers to leave more 5-star reviews on Yelp to bring that average number of stars back up. You're on Yellow Pages, there's your website, and all these other sites like Interiola, that's for interior design. I suppose Glass Service kind of could be interior design, but this is a very, very low ranking site. In fact, this might actually hurt you being on this site rather than helping you. MapQuest, okay. This looks like this. I don't even know what. Oh, that's cmac.ws. Very, very low ranking site. Again, you really shouldn't even be. So that's really all that you have. And then you don't really have any other listings online. So that's something that we need to do for you, is to get you more. And all these are all different companies. And this business site, this looks like this was an old GoDaddy, or I'm sorry, an old Google site that is no longer there at all. So yeah, you definitely need to be on more listings. And as I mentioned over the phone, if I type in, say, Lumberton Glass Repair, and I look for your company, yes, you are in the map section, but you don't even have to have a website to be in the map section, because where you rank in that map section has more to do with your physical location, how close you are to a highly populated area, the number of reviews that you have, the percentage of reviews that are 5-star reviews, and so on. So that might be why, for instance, Macy Art Glass might be ranking below you, even though they have more reviews. They have a lower number of, or a lower score. So that could be why. So that the map section has nothing to do with your website. But then if we go down further, you're nowhere to be found. You're not there at all. If I look on page 2, I think you're on page 2. So yes, so you're on the middle of page 2 for Lumberton Glass Repair, but it's your auto glass page that's coming up. So if I'm a homeowner, I'm looking to get like shower glass, or I'm looking to get something else done, like this is not going to help me at all. The fact that you're located in Lumberton means that you really should be closer to the top of page 1 in Lumberton. Now, there's never any guarantee as to where you're going to rank in search engines. And I always want to make sure that I tell my clients or potential clients that when it comes to search ranking, there is no guarantee. My goal is to try to get my clients to rank as close to the top of page 1 of Google as possible. But you can't guarantee that, because if I guarantee that you're going to be in this number 1 spot, then I'm also guaranteeing that this company is not going to be in the number 1 spot. And I have no control over that, because I don't know what they're doing as far as their online marketing. So in general, you actually have a decent website. There are some things that I would change. You have a lot of pages that you don't need, a lot of content that's just, that you really don't need on here. Power windows. Again, this is like a small, I don't know if this is something that, if this is a major service that you want people to find you for, then yes, it should have its own page. I don't think fixing power windows is a major service from you. Just talking to you, I don't think it is. Same thing with, here we go, glass tabletops. Is this something that you really want people to search? Like if they're searching for you, do you really want to come up for this? Again, you really just want to have pages for the main services that you want to rank for. So, if you have any questions, just give me a call. My number is 609-914 1318. Again, it's Terry Brooks with T. Brooks Web Design, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good day.